Hello everyone. Today I want to tell you 10 short talk on sequence. The short talk number one. First, the speaker suggested writing the name at the top of the text in capital letter when about the text before doing anything else. Next, he suggested reading the direction carefully and marking the answer on the answer sheet, and telling him if you didn't have pencil. Uh, Finally, uh, if you finished the test, you could turn in the test and go home. The short talk number two. Um, First, the speaker announced, "I welcome everybody to the concert," and she announced Mrs. Su Kim playing violin concerto. And next, the evening concert would be preceded by a free talk by Mr. Simon on history of the violin, and he was he had a lecture on violin on around of the world. And after that, everybody would go to the lobby to enjoy refreshment. And finally, uh, she introduced the director who introduced uh, Professor Simon. The short talk number three. The speaker suggested signing at the desk and getting the pass when entering the building, and wearing it on time when you were at the building. Next, waiting for the escort to accompany to the destination and be back to the reception desk. After that, signing out and return the pass when leaving. Uh, Finally, the speaker thanked for the cooperation. The talk talk number four. The speaker announced the customer uh, the store would close in 15 minutes, and he suggested taking on the purchase to the cashier then. And next, if you was buying five or fewer items and were paying with cash, um, he suggested using the express checkout lamp. And after that, had the receipt ready to show the gold when leaving the store. And finally, checking on item were the right size and color before the pay, because uh, they didn't accept return. The short talk number five. The speaker announced coming up after the news was the weekend weather report, and next the reporter Tom Taylor would interview Susan Gilbert about her new book, How to Get Rich in the Stock Market. And Missy Gilbert was a renowned expert on investing and finances, and write the weekly newspaper column "You and Your Money." And finally, that would be a very in- informative show, and she introduced Peter Cook with the news. The short talk number six. The speaker uh, said that On the morning, there would be a soccer game at the national stadium, and he suggested coming early to get a good seat. Next, on the afternoon, there should be a large turnout for a National Day parade, and it could be preceded by a speech by mayor and chief of police. And after that, on the evening, everyone was invited to enjoy a barbecue and fireworks at the city park. And there are on free event. The short talk number 7. The speaker announced there were a few changes on conference schedule because Mr. Jamison would speak immediately following lunch, instead of before. Next, the morning coffee would be served in the front hall instead of in the dining room, and the morning workshop would begin at 10, but the afternoon section would be begin at 1:30. Finally, she announced he introduced Miss Carter would give the opening talk. The short talk number 8. The speaker announced the president left that day for a visit to Latin America. Next, he he said that the president would head to a meeting in Mexico City with a leader from Colombia, Brazil, and Mexico, and he would go to a meeting with head of state in Peru and Ecuador after he arrived at the Mexican beach resort. And finally, he would tour a factory and meet the union leader and in both countries. The short talk number 9. The speaker congratulated the customer on becoming an owner, break making machine, and next she said that it was easy to use the new break machine by simply choosing a recipe from the instruction book and assembling and measuring the ingredient and then playing them in the machine, and finally um, yeah, you won't able to wait for the first taste. The short talk number 10. The speaker announced that then uh, you could register for classes by phone and avoid the long line at the registration office. Next, he suggested calling 332-2445 and flashing 1 if you were a new student, or flashing 2 if you were a returning student. After that, entering the social security number, then the class number, and choose select the class, and entering the credit card number, then hand up, and finally I You would receive a receipt by mail within 5 days. Thank you for listening.